Good evening and welcome to today's matchup between the Peoria Mustangs and the Aurora University Spartans. I'm John Collin. I'll be your play-by-play announcer this evening. And alongside me is Cooper Kaplan. Cooper, how are we doing today?
Doing great. A great matchup today as Bradley takes on this tough. It's
tough game. That's right. The Aurora Spartans.
Spartans.
That's right. Hey.
This tough Aurora Spartans team that comes in at 8-0. They've scored 5 or more goals 8 times this season, including the last 3. They've scored 7+ goals, so they really like to score them in a hurry. So it's a huge test for Bradley to see if they can hold up with one of the better Division II teams in this conference. That's
right. Aurora University, just a very much a powerhouse offense team. You're going to see a lot of scoring. But for every goal that you see with the Aurora, you can definitely see them with Bradley as well. Another top-heavy team when you look at offensively-wise, but they just definitely know how to shut down their own defensive end. So nonetheless, we'll actually move into the starting lineup for the Aurora Spartans. Starting at left wing is number 6, Trevor Hoth. At center, number 11, Rory Pittrick. And at right wing, number 10, Patrick McDonald, who's one of the leaders on the team in goals. He's got 6 of them. On defense is number 20, Tyler Richardson. Alongside him, number 4, Greg Sowers. And starting in net, number 30, Bradley Neal. And we'll move into the keys of the games for Aurora.
Yeah, keys for the Aurora Spartans are, number 1, they must get on the board quickly. They must beat Bradley to the puck first. We know Bradley can be very well when they get that puck going. So they got to get to that puck first. Number 2 is they have to clog up the middle of the ice. Bradley likes to work in transition a lot. So in order to prevent that, they have to really clog the center and have high pressure on them to make sure that doesn't happen. And number 3 is they have to shut down Bradley's first line. We know that's the line that produces the most points, 18 total points from that line this season. So they really have to shut down that line if they want to come out on top in this one.
Certainly, their first line, you'll see them get most of the ice time, in those high-intensity situations at the end of the periods during the power play. Last game, we saw Austin Dembski with Tintera and Cole Harris. Cody Esposito will actually be joining them on the first line today, so he'll get in some centering opportunities. But we'll now move into the keys of the game for Bradley.
Keys for Bradley is they have to get the puck to the net. They will not get a whole lot of opportunities in this one, knowing how good Aurora is. So they will have to take the opportunities that they get. The early ones, they just got to throw it towards the net. Hopefully something good happens. They want to get that scrappy goal. Number 2 is they have to play smart and mistake-free hockey. One mistake could be the difference in this one. Aurora has 9 players that average 1 point for this team, so they really have to play smart and limit their mistakes. And number 3 is they have to keep their high pressure on short shifts. They have to work their absolute tail off for 30 to a minute and 30 and get off the ice and go quickly. So if they can do that, hopefully they can come out with a great victory. That would be for the Braves.
Certainly. Bradley Braves having usually 3 forward lines here on this Division II team. That's quite similar to what Aurora is doing, too. They'll have 3 lines as well for the majority of the game. And we're seeing this D2 hockey, that's often the case, just because they've got the stamina forward. We know with Coach Fitzgerald, conditioning is one of the big things that he pushes on this team.
Right, and with only 3 lines, they're going to have to, really, hopefully they can showcase that. They have what it takes to go 3 periods with just a short lineup against a great team in Aurora. So we'll see how they keep up, and we'll have to manage that as the game goes on.
That's right, and you're looking at the top scorers for the Aurora Spartans. You can't go wrong by taking a look at number 23, Andrew Bergquist. We'll be saying his name a lot. Leads the team in points with 16 in 8 games. That's 7 goals and 9 assists. So he definitely has some serious offensive talent, something that the Bradley defense has got to be able to shut down.
Right, absolutely. And as you can see, as we can see, 5 players above 10 points for Aurora this season. So they don't just have it from one guy, they have it from multiple guys. And if you can have a team like that, you're going to be successful all year.
Certainly, definitely a lot of offensive production. But Bradley on the flip side, they can certainly do that as well. Leading scorer is Kyle Tintera. He's got 7 goals and 8 assists with 15 points in total. But we'll definitely see with Cody Esposito, he's going to be brought up at forward. We saw that last year. Cody Esposito, who's usually a natural offensively minded defenseman. Last year, he actually played it forward from time to time, and there's a lot of success there.
Yes, definitely. I've mentioned how he's a great finesse player, really knows how to put the puck in the right spot. And if you're Bradley, you cannot come into this game thinking that you're going to lose. You have to come out saying, hey, we have just as good a chance as these guys, and we're going to play all out. They had a great game on Wednesday, 7-1 victory against ISU. So they're definitely not out of this one. They just got to, play their perfect game, and I think they can do that, and I think they have a chance to surprise Aurora tonight.
That's right. So we'll actually move into some of the starting lineups. So we'll take a pause. And here we are, Owens Center, Peoria, Illinois. Bradley Braves, Aurora University. This will definitely be a good matchup here. Two offensively minded powerhouse teams coming to today's matchup. And Bradley actually had a game on Wednesday. They faced off against their rival, the I-74 rivalry, ISU, and they put a beating down on them. They beat them 7-1.
Yeah, they looked really good in that game. Great puck movement all across the team there, and I think they had like 6 different goal scorers in that one. So Bradley knows how to score the puck too. So don't look past Bradley to try to get a couple in this one, but they're gonna have to play, as I've mentioned, they're gonna have to play their best hockey. But I think at this point in the season, they should be playing their best hockey.
Certainly, it's very, very capable for them, and they've got themselves a little win streak going on right now. So Braves definitely have it within them. Osborne, the goaltender for the Bradley Braves, and Bradley Neal, the goaltender for Aurora. And Aurora will win this one off the draw. It's controlled by Aurora within their own end. It's Richardson. He goes D-to-D with Sowers, and Sowers tries to catch Petrick and Bradley's end, but Bradley's able to cycle it back to neutral territory, where it's grabbed once more by Petrick, who has his pass broken up by Tintero only momentarily before it's sent in by McDonald into Bradley's end. Doria looks across to Joe Wavon, and Wavon in turn tries to catch Cole Harris. That's out of his reach. So we'll have ourselves an icing.
He missed behind the play, Austin Dembski with a big hit, and that's going to be a huge factor in this one. If he can, put some hits on people and get them a little uncomfortable, that'll be a big part, or a big thing to look for to see if he can continue that for this one.
Yeah, Dembski, one of the hardest hitters on the Bradley Braves core team. I mean, you're definitely going to see him lay some more of that on, especially with the big fan section here at Owens. It's Dembski who tries to get it to Tintera. It's grabbed here by Aurora. They try to throw a puck into the slot, and it's picked up here by Laporte. Laporte tries to throw it into the slot, broken up there by Dembski. Dory tries to grab it, picked up by Tintera, and he's able to put it to center ice, where it's cycled by Richardson to Sowers. It's dumped in by Laporte, and chasing after it is Bergquist against Peters. Bergquist wins this one, and Chamberlain drops it off. Tries to throw it on over to Bergquist. He wasn't able to catch a stick there. DeSimone tries to get it back to Bergquist. He does at the top of the slot. Tries to let loose a backhand shot broken up by Nig. Grabbed once more by Aurora. They fire and they score. That one's Chamberlain at the mid-slot. Put it 5-hole on Osborne.
Yeah, I think it took an unlucky deflection right in front of Osborne, so he couldn't react in time. Slips right through his legs, and that's not the early goal you want to give up to this high-powered offense of Aurora.
And definitely taking the wind out of the sails of Bradley fairly early. There was a battle for it right around the near face-off dot. Found its way on over to Chamberlain. Put a shot on that after a shot by Bergquist was blocked. And we have ourselves the first score of the game. It is Aurora controlling off the draw. Salinas brings it ahead, tries to bring it up the left wing, and he'll end up dumping it in. Bar net for Bradley to grab. He's able to get it on over to Esposito. Esposito in turn trying to reach Joe Norton here. Norton's got some space. He'll cut in on Salinas. Norton puts it in the near corner. It's pinned up against the boards, and a battle ensues. Norton tries to lead it for Esposito. Grabbed here by DeSimone, and DeSimone's able to send it on over to Weiss, and Weiss is able to bring it ahead. Joensen cutting in on Joe Wavon, finds his way over to the far corner, but it's picked up here by Esposito. Esposito picking up a center position here on the second line. Lugs on in, tries to drop it on off for Norton. Norton's going to hold the blue line, and he'll look to put some pressure on Weiss here. Weiss getting ahead with it. As it is able to get past Dory there, but he gets pinned up against the left wing boards. And a battle ensues there. Unable to be held at the blue line by the Spartans. And it's cycled back by Sowers. Trying to get it over to his defensive partner. Nearly intercepted there by Tintera in the mid-slot. That would have been a great chance there. Grabbed here by Tintera. Tries to put a shot on that. That one gets blocked and finds its way to the far corner. Harris tries to drop it on off for Dembski. Dembski's attempted pass to Tintera isn't able to reach him. But Wavon will grab for Bradley, and he'll dump it in once more. Neal to leave it here for Sowers. Sowers sending it across to Rode. Wavon tries to keep it in at the point. Isn't able to dump it fully deep, and it'll be picked up here by the Spartans and brought out. Palerno brings it in along the right wing. Puts a shot on that. That one's blocked off the leg of Wavon, and it's picked up by Tantera, and he pulled it to center ice. Picked up here by Palerno, and he'll bring it up into the gut of the slot. Tries to leave it on off here for Sowers. Sowers tries to put a pass into the slot for Weiss, but it didn't reach him. Nick grabs for Bradley. He's the leading assist leader. And he sends a pass ahead here for Amato. Amato puts a shot on net. That one's easily sticked aside, and Blackburn for Bradley will grab. Behind the net, he drops on off for Nig. Nig looking for some passing options. Tries to put a shot on net, and a nice pad save made there by Neal. Up top for Barnett. Barnett tries to go back to Blackburn. It didn't catch him. Will be grabbed here by Weiss. Weiss tries to throw it on up here to Palerno, and Palerno brings it in. He's cutting in now on Barnett. Palerno shielded the boards, but Barnett drops a stick. Palerno with some space tries to throw it into the crease. Grabbed by Osborne, and we get ourselves a stoppage.
Bradley doing a nice job of resettling in after that shaky start. Both teams looking better after that one, and hopefully, Bradley can pull it together a little bit and regain some composure and come back and fight to get one.
It's a 1-goal game. It's the Spartans above the Braves, 1-0 right now. 16:05 within the first period. Petrich off the draw wins, sent D to D, and Joenchen tries to throw a shot on net, and that one goes behind the net. MacDonald fighting against Wavon here. He'll drop it off for his winger. Puck comes up to the point, and a long wrist shot. They score. That one's tipped in on net. MacDonald looked like he was able to tip that one in off the point shot from Salinas.
Yeah, disappointing. Another redirect, and Ozzy can't react to it. So disappointing, and this was definitely not the start Bradley was looking for, especially when saying that they didn't want to give up any cheap goals, and they've let up 2 now.
That's right, an early hole the Braves find themselves in. The Spartans laying it on, as they've had quite a few chances within Bradley's end, and we're not even a full 5 minutes into the game yet. But nonetheless, it's grabbed here by Dory for Bradley. He'll ring across to Dembski, and Dembski's unable to hold it. Picked up here, and a shot off the stick of MacDonald goes over the net. Petrich is able to put it up top to the point, and a wrist shot there is blocked, and it'll be picked up here by Harris. Harris is able to send a shot sailing past the post. Tantera grabs, tries to go D to D. Barnett will grab. He's got a lane, and he'll fire. That one gets blocked, and it'll be picked up here by Aurora, and they'll bring it ahead. Trevor Hoff checked. Tantera grabs. Tantera fires. Nice save there by Neal. Grabbed by Johnson. Tries to throw it ahead. It'll be grabbed here by Amato. MacDonald able to strip the puck loose. Puts it up top to the point. A long point shot there goes into the chest of Osborne, and he'll make the save. DeSimone on that shot.
Tantera with a nice look the other way. Key point that Fitzgerald had before the game was having low shots to try to get rebounds. So good couple low shots on the offense for Bradley.
That's right, looking for the rebounds. Bradley scored a good amount of goals thus far this year by looking on for those second and third opportunities. At the point, Rode tries to throw it on across to Laporte. Blackburn trying to get the puck out of his zone by the left wing boards. And they're able to do it. Grabbed here by DeSimone. Behind his end, he'll look to start out a breakout. Rode grabs, and he's able to send it ahead to Bergquist, and Bergquist in turn up ahead to Laporte. Laporte at the top of the slot, drops on off. Toe drag, nice save there by Osborne. Chamberlain put it on that shot, and here comes Nig back the other way. It's a one-on-one, fires a backhand shot. That's easily into the glove of Neal. He saw it all the way. And Aurora will grab. Jonathan isn't able to enter the zone swiftly, so he'll be grabbed here by Bradley. And a whiff there, and here comes Aurora. They shoot and they score. Defensive lapse there by Matt Dory. And Aurora's up by a field goal.
Yeah, and tough start. Just they seem shaky and just indecisive. And the indecisiveness is really what kills you, because if you can't make a decision, that's when you make a bad decision. Unfortunately, we saw it there.
Yeah, Dory tried to go D to D with Joe Power-Wavon, but whiffed on the pass, and it was Aurora who grabbed and scored. And Bradley's actually going to take a timeout now, and that's probably the best decision right now.
Yeah, you got to reestablish that pregame, the pregame talk and the what they went over before the game, and be like, we don't know how this game's gonna go out, but you guys are gonna have to play for 2 more periods. So if you want to stay out and lose 9-0, or do you want to stay out and battle hard? So that's what I'm sure that's what something Fitzgerald had to say for him.
That's right. And you also got to wonder if they score another, when is Osborne going to get pulled? Right now, that's 3 goals allowed on 4 shots. Osborne having a tough time early on against Aurora. Sule and Osborne both battling for that starting position. But we digress. Amato tries to throw it ahead to Dembski, and Dembski's able to send it deep. It'll be grabbed here by Salinas for Aurora. Drop pass is sent into neutral ice. And be left here and brought ahead by Jonathan. Sent back to center ice off the stick of Barnett, and it'll be picked up here by Dembski for Bradley. Amato tries to go to Barnett, and Barnett tries to send it to a winger, but that one gets blocked off, so Amato will grab, and he'll send it back to Barnett. Barnett brings it up the left wing board, tries to send it ahead to Tintera. It's off his skate and picked up here by the Spartans. Salinas cutting past a couple Braves, and he drops that off to Jonathan, who in turn sends it across to his winger, blocked off, picked up here by Chamberlain, and he'll ring it around. Jonathan down low, and he tried to put it into the slot, but it's Bradley who picks it up. Nig brings up the right wing boards. Nig fires a shot. That one gets blocked. Blackburn to pick up the puck at the near corner. Spartans win the board battle. Richardson brings it ahead. Sofer loses it to Blackburn, and Blackburn, the natural defenseman who's playing winger right now, is able to just get it into center ice. And it'll be grabbed here once more by Aurora. DeSimone drops it on off for Richardson, and Richardson in turn looks to his winger, who sends it on back to DeSimone. DeSimone puts it on across to Zabrini. He'll bring it ahead, and Zabrini at the right wing board tries to put it in the slot. Attempted shot gets blocked. It'll be grabbed here by Dory, and Dory in turn looks to Esposito, and Esposito brings it in at the left wing, fires a shot. Nice save there by Neal. Big hit there. Matt Dory laying it on an Aurora defenseman. Amato for Bradley. Drops it on off Esposito, and Esposito gets on over to Dory. And a board battle ensues over at the left wing boards of Bradley's end. Grabbed ahead here by Esposito. Looking for a passing option. He'll get it, and Norton a collision there. And Esposito will pick up the loose change. Esposito dumps it on deep. Mitch Cullens against Sowers, and it'll be picked up here by Amato. He tries to throw a shot on that. That one gets blocked by Sowers. He saw it all the way. Sowers trying to wheel his way around Collins. And he finds some space, and he'll use it. Brings it to the gut of the ice, then along the left wing, broken up here by Dembski. And Dembski tries to throw a saucer pass ahead to Tintera. That one gets blocked off, so it'll be Barnett to grab for Bradley. He'll send it across to Collins, and Collins, in turn, will send it on over to Tintera. Tintera into the slot, fires, and that one goes sailing past the net. Norton battling against Sowers here at the far corner. He loses it. Pittrich will grab. And Pittrich, in turn, banks it off to the boards, and he's able to catch Hoth here. Trevor Hoth tries to throw it into the slot. Blocked up there. Good defensive play by Austin Dembski. Bringing it up the left wing. He'll enter the zone. Into the slot. Fires. And that one is offsides. So we'll get a stoppage 10-20 here within the first period. Aurora University up by a field goal. It's 3-0.
Yeah, and I know I've been harping on Bradley a little bit, but I got to give a lot of credit to this Aurora team. They've really showed they got the quickness and the speed and the skill, and they're just look like a very, very good team.
They have, jumping out to this early lead. And Bradley has appeared, at least by now, to have settled the tempo down. It's Esposito for Bradley. Tries to ring it around the boards on over to Blackburn, but it finds its way into the netting, so we'll have ourselves another stoppage.
Yeah, but you can just see it with Aurora, the quickness, the passing, the timing, everything is just there when it needs to be, and they look like they deserve to be 8-0, that's for sure.
Certainly. They're definitely deserving of this 3-0 lead. They really jumped out here on Bradley. But nonetheless, it's sent into Aurora ice. It'll be played here by Bradley Neal. They'll send it across to Salinas at the boards. Broken up here. And a near costly turnover. Esposito grabs. Peters will enter. And that's actually off its moorings right now. And Neal's trying to get the attention of the referee. He's able to do it now. It came off its moorings, then Neal actually pushed it farther to the boards to get the referee's attention. So the face-off will come to the near dot. It'll be Pittrich to take the draw here for the Aurora Spartans. And Mitch Collins to take it here for Bradley. Mitch Collins, a newcomer to this team. A great addition for Bradley, as he's more of a grinder. He's able to lay the body down. And here on this line with Norton, they're looking to do some of that right now. Norton trying to get it across to Dory, and Dory, who's actually playing winger right now, looks like on this line, loses it to Pittrich. Pittrich is able to dump it deep. And it'll leave Barnett to grab here for Bradley. Tries to get it across to Amato, who will. Amato tries to slap it across to Dory, but he'll wheel it back, and he sends it on over to Barnett. Barnett catching the saucer pass, tries to send it ahead to Collins. Collins is able to grab. And he tries to send it on over to Dory. Passes outside of his reach, and he'll go for a change. And a hard collision there at the boards. Dory looks like he's all right. Emily brought in here by McDonald. McDonald tried to drop it on off to Pittrich. Pittrich grabs, trying to send it over to McDonald, and it'll be picked up here for Bradley. Off the boards, Tintera trying to get here first. But a good defensive play there by Anthony Rode of Aurora to shield Tintera away from it. Esposito sending it across here to Wavon. Wavon in turn to Tintera, who's able to tip it into Aurora's end. Rode gets it across to Laporte, and Laporte looks to escape, broken up here by Harris. Harris goes cross-ice, tried to reach Debsky in the slot, but the pass was at his feet. Tintera grabs, and he'll dump it on in. He'll go for a change. DeSimone battling against Dembski here. He wins that battle, and DeSimone looks ahead, sending it across to Rode, and Rode, in turn, is able to get past Nig. Tries to toe drag past Peters. Might be a 2-on-1 back through the way, and the pass to Nig was outside of his reach. I'd say Peters should have brought that one ahead into the end, but nonetheless, we play on. Amato tries to go across to his defensive partner, and Barnett. He will, and Bergquist loses the puck to Nig. Nig looks to enter. He gets taken down. Nig's wondering where the penalty is, and so are several Bradley fans, but we play on. Osborne leaves for Amato, and Amato in turn leaves for Collins. Grabbed here by Nig. Nig loses it to Bergquist, and Bergquist sends it on over to Sowers, and Sowers in turn sends it on over to Richardson, the captain of the Spartans. Brought in here by Bergquist, and the left wing fires. Pat save there by Osborne. Bergquist absorbs the hit by Blackburn. It's put up top to the point. Richardson fires. That one gets blocked out in front. Picked up here by Bradley. They're unable to clear. Long shot gets tipped on net. Bergquist on the redirect. But a good save there by Osborne. Bradley able to get a change in here. 7:10 remaining within the first period. Sowers tries to drop it on off to a winger, but it'll be sent back in by Wavon. Grabbed here by Tyler Richardson. He sends it ahead to Sowers, and Sowers with some open ice will use it. Brings it into the slot, cuts to the far dot, fires, and a glove save there by Osborne. It's 3-0. Spartans on top of Bradley. But it looks like Bradley's been able to settle it down.
Yeah, they've gotten more into their groove, and they were falling all over the place, what it seemed like for the early part of the game, but they're starting to settle down and play Bradley-style hockey.
Jonathan on the draw. They'll be facing off against Tintera. Tintera, who's seen plenty of play here within the first period, is bound to see some more. Shot off the draw by Jonathan, goes on over the corner. And we grabbed here by Salinas. Board battle. Two combatants aside. Wavon wins this one, and he brings it ahead. Bradley. They've got strength of numbers right now. Passing over to Harris is entered, and that's an offsides as it looked like Dembski was a little premature entering the end.
You got to wonder if maybe the lineup changes of having different players play different positions might have actually caught him off guard a little bit. Just because you're not used to playing that position, and that might have an impact on just positioning and just little things.
So we haven't seen Dory play that much of winger, but we've certainly seen Esposito do it, and he's going to play it right now. Esposito fires, save, and Dembski almost had the rebound. Aurora unable to clear. Harris fires, and a nice save there by Neal through a screen. But yes, that's right, as you were saying. However, Fitzgerald, he's one to change up the lines a little bit. He likes to have his offensive defensemen, which the Bradley team has a surplus of. He likes to put them on forwards, try him out. Dembski is a natural defenseman, but this year he's become a forward. Off the draw, it's controlled by Nig. Nig tries to throw a backhand shot, which is easily gloved there by Neal.
Yeah, but you just wonder if maybe that change of positioning for this game is something you don't want to try out, but we'll see if it pays off in the end.
Peters on the draw. It's grabbed here by Aurora, and they bring it ahead. Sam Weiss sends it ahead to Palerno, and Weiss was certainly early in entering. So we have another stoppage. To neutral territory, the face-off will go.
Although Blackburn did play really well at forward the other night, so we'll have to see.
So Blackburn, again, playing it forward. Puck hops up. They tried to glove it down. And a battle right inside. The Spartans' end begins. Whole lot of checking. Nearly grabbed by Peters. In fact, it'll be grabbed here now by the Spartans. Sent ahead to Weiss. Loses it to the Bradley defense, but it's grabbed by Palerno. Palerno fires it on net. Osborne will grab, and he'll call for a stoppage. 5:28 within the first period. And Bradley's having some struggles with this one. Aurora broke out of the gates quite early, jumped out to 3 quick goals, leaving Bradley shell-shocked, but now it appears that they have been able to settle the game down, and now they've been able to get some offensive chances themselves. At the point, it's grabbed by Sowers, loses it to Dory, and Dory in turn tries to send it over to Norton. It'll be grabbed here by Esposito. Esposito trying to dangle his way past Petrich, but Petrich is going to win this battle. He'll hold the puck. Petrich sends it across to Hoth. Trevor Hoth with 13 points for Aurora. He's able to dump it in neutral territory. Dory looking to apply some forecheck here. McDonald to Petrich. That one didn't connect. It'll be grabbed here by Esposito. No icing. Wave on the backhand. Tries to send it across to Norton. Norton will grab. Banks it off the glass. And it gets past McDonald. Here comes Collins back to the way. It might be a 3-on-1. Here comes Collins driving wide. Tries to throw a pass ahead to Norton. Well, there was just a little bit too much sauce on that one. Norton throws a shot on net. And it's saved here by Neal. You know, on that chance, I think Collins might have driven too wide on that one.
Yeah, I think it went a half skate too wide, and then he didn't have a shooting angle, so he had to force a pass, and by the time the pass was made, it was behind Norton. He couldn't adjust.
Tintera on the draw, facing off against Matt Chamberlain. Comes up top to the point. Amato lets a shot fly. That one gets blocked, and out in front they battle it. A good rebound save there by Neal. Back the other way. Here comes Laporte. Tries to throw it ahead to Bergquist. Bergquist is going to get the puck here at the near corner. Bergquist trying to leave it for Chamberlain. And it's at the feet of Amato. Grabbed here by Bergquist. Puts it up top to the point. And it's blocked off here by Dembski, and Dembski almost had himself a breakaway if he had the angle on the intercepted pass. Laporte loses it to Dembski, and Dembski's able to send it out over to Barnett, and Barnett puts it to center ice. Richardson drops it off for DeSimone. DeSimone almost losing it there to Tintera. And a big hit there by Harris. That's actually going to be a penalty.
High hit by Harris.
That was a big hit there on Matt Chamberlain.
We saw on Wednesday Collins getting ejected for an elbow to the head. So we'll see what the officials put on it.
That's right. You got to be careful along those boards when you're laying a hit on, because if you're a combatant doesn't see it, not going to be a fun time. So Harris paying the price on that one, and it actually looked like Chamberlain may have bent down a little bit, so only leads to a more dangerous situation there on the hit by Harris. So we'll have to see how much time they give him, whether it'll be a 2-minute minor or 5-minute major. But it's not looking good right now for a 2-minute major.
Yeah, and at this point, for both teams, it's one of those things where one goal changes everything. If Bradley can get a goal, you know, they can go into the end of the period with some momentum, and they can feel like they might have a chance of getting back in this one. But if Aurora scores 4, that's just one of those things that mentally it just seems so hard for Bradley to think they would have a legitimate chance of getting it back.
That's right. In the opening game of the season, you got to remember, Bradley came back from a 3-0 deficit against St. Louis, ended up beating them. So it's not out of the question that they can do this, but this penalty kill will probably be the biggest one in this game if Aurora is able to capitalize it. And it is going to be a 2-minute minor, either hitting from behind or boarding. But this is probably the biggest, a big turning point here for Bradley.
Yeah, you really got to kill this one off and don't allow Aurora to score. Aurora has been really good on the special teams. You can already tell the puck movement with 5-on-5 is good, so 5-on-4. Osborne's going to have to be ready to make some big saves here and hopefully keep him in this one for a while.
Certainly Osborne's been able to adjust, and he's been able to make some good saves.
It's not like the goals were really the shots were, you know, 2 deflections, so tough breaks, but they're goals you can almost live with, knowing that, hey, like they weren't the best shots, they were just unlucky bounces. So I hope you can see it that way, and they short-term memory and go back out there and figure out a way, find a way to get 1, then you get 2, have that mentality.
That's right. And Chamberlain will be heading to the dressing room. We hope he's okay, and let's see as to whether or not he comes back to this game. But judging by how slow he was to get up, we may have seen him for the rest of the evening. So nonetheless, a 2-minute minor penalty to kill off here. Cole Harris, the culprit. And a big penalty kill here for Bradley. You got to imagine if Aurora is able to score here, they may have put this game away. The penalty killers for Bradley are Nig and Peters. Both of them newcomers to Bradley's roster, but they have certainly been impressive. Nig leads in assists. He's got 10 of them. And Peters, on the other hand, impressive offensively, 6 goals. He's got 4 assists with them.
Yeah, Peters just boosted up to 10 points after 2 goals against ISU. So both newcomers really contributing this season. And you can't outcast Blackburn. He's done some really good stuff as well. So all great additions for this Bradley club.
That's right, and they're usually the line mates that usually take up the third line for Bradley. But they've also been impressive penalty killers thus far this year, and that's the role that they're going to fulfill here now. Petrich on the draw here for Aurora. Peters against Petrich. At the face-off at the near boards. It'll be grabbed here by Bradley, and they're able to send it down the distance of the ice. Nig on the clear. Neal leaves it on off for Richardson, and he'll quarterback. The Aurora offense brought ahead here by Sowers. Loses it to Nig, and Nig off the glass. Puts him to Aurora ice. Grabbed by Richardson. Richardson looking for options. He'll drop it on off to McDonald. He'll enter, and he'll look to put a shot on that, but it finds its way on over to the right wing boards. McDonald still with it, drops it on off for his line mate, and Hoth, they try to go back door. Hoth grabs it once more. Hoth fires. That one goes off the glass. Grabbed there by Dory, and he's able to send it down the distance of the ice. Bradley penalty killers able to get in a change. Richardson drops on off for Sowers. Sowers enters. And he drops on off for Hoth. Hoth to Petrich. On over to McDonald, back to Petrich. Up top to Hoth at the far point. Over to Petrich. Petrich between the dots. Had a shooting lane, but he'll defer to Sowers. Sowers goes on up top to Richardson. Richardson goes down low for Hoth. Hoth fakes the one-timer up top to Petrich at the dot. And back out over to McDonald. McDonald tries to throw it to Hoth and the blue paint, but that one gets blocked off by Barnett. Hoth will grab once more. Hoth goes cross ice to Sowers. Sowers trying to go backdoor for Hoth here. Tries to put a backhand shot on net. Barnett unable to clear, and Hoth will maintain possession. Dory. Loose it comes on over to Osborne, and he had it momentarily. The puck went loose, but the referee saw it, that Osborne had it.
Fantastic penalty kill for the Braves. 3 great clearances. Great defense there as Aurora just could not find any lanes to close them all off. Great work there. 8 more seconds. They should hopefully be able to do this because they did a great job so far.
Certainly they've been able to address the task at hand here on this penalty kill, and Tintera will look to finish it off. Stick check to Tintera, and picking up the puck is Jonathan. He tries to ring it around the boards to the far side. He will. Cole Harris out of the box. Both teams now at full strength. Harris tries to get it to Dembski, blocked on off by Aurora. And the puck escapes. Harris grabbing here for Bradley. And he gets leveled. Their big hit there. Jonathan, that was definitely payback on his earlier hit. Simone puts it to neutral ice, and it'll be grabbed ahead here. And a shot, nice blocker save off of Bergquist's stick. Picked up here by Esposito. He'll drop it on off to Dempsey. Dembski fires. Nice pad save there by Neal. Norton playing on some forecheck. Tara looks to keep it on in. My bad. That's Wavon. He throws it on net, and they'll go behind the cage. Under a minute remaining here within the first. Esposito looks to clear, unable to do so. It's grabbed here by Jonathan. Cuts in the slot. He'll be able to dangle pass. Leaves it there. And Martison is able to put it to the back of the net for Aurora with 40 seconds remaining within the first.
Every time it seems like Bradley's going to get something going on their offensive end. It comes to a quick counterattack the other way, and Aurora's able to finish it off. Beats Osborne over the right shoulder, 4-0.
Marty Rosian, a goal scorer for Aurora on that one. That's his second goal on the year. And Bradley now even in a bigger hole. And they found themselves at the midway point of the first. Amato at the far corner. Just banks it off the glass. That's easily going to be an icing. And we'll get a stoppage. It's 9 shots for both teams, but Aurora has certainly made the most of them. In fact, they've nearly made the most of half of them. Mitch Collins on the draw here. At the point, Sowers drops on off for Weiss. Weiss is able to get it back, tries to dangle his way through the Bradley defense, comes on over to Osborne, and a hole for a stoppage. Weiss with some good stick handling there.
Yeah, Aurora hasn't actually had that many complete opportunities. It's just been when they've got them, they've capitalized.
It'll be Peters on the draw against Zabrini. Off the face-off, it's grabbed here by Aurora. Up top to the point, Sowers lets a shot go. And Osborne's padding. He didn't know where it was. But he's able to locate and make the stoppage. Peters on the draw again against Zabrini. He just grabs, looks to bring it ahead. Bradley's able to bank it off the glass. Grabbed here by the Spartans. They chip it into Bradley ice, but that'll be the end of the first period here. The Bradley University Braves find themselves down in a hole. It's 4-0 right now. And Aurora has been able to capitalize on nearly half of their opportunities that they've been able to put on net.
Yeah, it was one of those things where Bradley came out really hesitant, and it was just sort of their their hesitant nature that allowed sort of a couple, chippy goals in, and then from there, they were trailing the whole game, and they were trying to find opportunities of their own by committing, and they had some good looks. They just couldn't find the final pass, or had a bad stick, or just fell down, or something seemed to happen. And the other way, Aurora was able to capitalize on two other opportunities. So disappointing first period. Not really how they had it when they talked about it in the locker room. But hopefully they can find some sort of encouragement to lead them into the next one.
That's right. So nonetheless, we will leave you here for the first intermission. Bradley University down 4-0. You're watching Maka Hockey. John Collin and Cooper Kaplan are your hosts. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back to the Owen Center, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for some second period action. Bradley Braves facing off against the Aurora University Spartans, and it has not looked good for Bradley thus far.
No, it really hasn't. They mentioned before the game, one silly mistake could cause this one, and they've had two, so that's unfortunate. And now they're down 4-0.
That's right, and it's not that this game is completely outside of their reach. Again, they've got 40 minutes to score 4 goals. They just have to hold down their own zone defensively. It's Esposito who sends it in on Neal. It's right into his chest, so we'll get a stoppage. The shots are actually equal. They're 10 apiece. But it just so happens that Aurora has had the more quality chances, and Neal has been great in net thus far. Off the draw, it's controlled by Sowers. Pin him against the boards by Tintera. And he'll look to send it on over to Harris. Harris up top to Esposito. Tees up a slap shot, and that one ends up getting blocked. And Tintera tried to set it across to Dembski, but it didn't reach him. Dembski lays a big hit on. Richardson loses it to Tintera. And Petrich leaves it for Nig. Sowers for the Spartans. Freeing up the far boards, kept in here by Esposito. Throws a long shot on over the near corner. Petrich will grab. Sent across to Hoth. He'll enter, leaves it here for McDonald. McDonald tees up a slap shot. Nice save. Then the rebound. They continue to battle. McDonald tries, and that one finds its way on over the near corner. McDonald sends it on over to DeSimone, and his shot gets gloved by Osborne. We'll get a stoppage.
Good work by Oz to make the initial save, and then they got a touch just outside the crease that went through the legs of the Aurora player, so they couldn't get a second shot off. Good defense.
Peters on the draw. Chamberlain is actually back. It's good to see him on his feet. He suffered quite a vicious hit there by Harris within the first period, and we were wondering about his well-being. Bergquist to Chamberlain. His shot. They blocked it, and it's in the paint here, and it's Osborne trying to lay on it. He does, and I'll be honest, that was a very weak shot, and I think it caught Osborne off guard. He needed to make a very unorthodox save.
Yeah, I think he was expecting a hard shot, and it almost like a changeup. It caught him, and he was able to lie on it last second, thankfully.
Collins on the draw. Collins is able to win it. Sent into Aurora ice. It should be an icing, and it will be. DeSimone on the touch. Chamberlain again against Collins as they face off where they had done just seconds previously. 18:38 remaining here within the second period. Off the draw, Bradley controls. Wavon tries to get on over to Norton, and Norton will grab. Norton sends it across ice on over to Dory. However, he isn't able to catch it, grabbed here by Collins. And DeSimone dumps it into Bradley ice. Barnett trying to reach Collins here. Collins is able to send it on over to Norton. Norton puts it on over to center ice. Grabbed here by Bergquist. And it's brought ahead here by Laporte. Intercepted by Dory. Bergquist will grab. Tries to drop it on off for Chamberlain. Chamberlain is able to send it in behind the net. Grabbed here by Wavon, and Wavon looks to send it ahead. He flips it high, and Wavon takes a big hit on the dump, but that was a clean one.
They're making every Brave pay after that Cole Harris hit in the first period that had a Aurora player leave the game. So they're trying to just get him back, and big hit there.
And at some point, Bradley's got to start hitting back. Dembski can't be the only one hitting for Bradley. If Aurora's laying it on, they've got to be able to answer. Amato grabs. He puts it in a neutral ice. That's certainly going to be an icing. So we'll go back to Bradley's end.
But yeah, Dembski has, I think he had played, out of the bad first period was actually a bright spot. He really did play well. He had some hits. He was able to move the puck well, got some good opportunities in front of the net. So Dembski is actually playing well this evening.
Tintera on the draw here. His opponent, Jonathan. On the draw, it's grabbed by Bradley, rung around the boards. Tried to catch Dembski. Escapes the reach of Richardson, and Neal for Aurora will play it. Tantera grabs. Fans on the shot. And they'll try to dump it on over to Esposito. Comes back to center ice, and Amato picks it up, guides it ahead to Dembski, and it's picked up here by Tantera. Tantera in the slot tries to toe drag. Comes on over to Nig. Nig fires. That one gets blocked. Comes on over to Dembski, and they score! It's Nig! And it's a 4-1 game.
There it is. That's the one they needed. Finally, it seemed like they would come up empty with another yet missed opportunity, but a couple ricochets, and it finds the stick of Nig, 4-1.
That's right. Tantera with the initial chance. Came on over to Nig. Nig fired. That one was blocked. To Dembski, his attempt was blocked. And Nig had picked up the loose change, put it into an empty net, and it's 4-1. Now the philosophy now for Bradley has just got to be just one more. Just one more. That's all they need right now, just one more. Because when you're facing a surmountable deficit, that's got to be the story. Just one more. Nonetheless, Aurora coming back the other way. Jonathan is offside, so we'll get a stoppage. 17:03 remaining here within the second period.
You're right, just one more until you get to 4. One at a time.
Garrett Culp on the draw, facing off against Peters here. Peters looks like he's going to get tossed here. Nig to take the draw. He just scored his second goal of the year, but his 12th point. Nig and Culp. One, and Peters brings it ahead. Peters with some space, cuts in the slot, fires, and that one hits off the stick there of Salinas and goes out of play.
Bradley looking more offensive-minded and getting some good looks here. Try to win the face-off and get a couple shots on goal.
Off the draw, Salinas grabs, tries to throw it up the boards. And it'll be picked up here by Weiss. Nig tries to force it into Aurora ice. That doesn't happen. Weiss comes back the other way, cutting in on Blackburn, fires, and a nice save made there by Osborne. And it'll be held at the blue line by Sowers, and it's shot on into Salinas, by Salinas on over to Osborne, and he'll call for a stoppage. The draw to come to the near dot. Petrich against Collins here. It's sent around the boards by DeSimone, and Petrich will grab. Pin him against the boards by Esposito. McDonald picks it up for the Spartans. McDonald wheels at the right wing boards. On over to DeSimone. DeSimone pin him against the boards, and he's able to send it over to Petrich. Big hit there by DeSimone. Hoth tries to go back door. Petrich had it, but just wasn't able to put the shot on. Norton is able to clear it down. Might be a 2-on-1 here. Norton with the burst of speed. Norton fires a long shot into the glove of Neal. We got ourselves a stoppage.
Yeah, good defensive play by the Braves leads to a outburst by Norton. Shot gloved by Neal.
Tantera on the draw here. At the far dots of the Spartans' end, he's facing off against Chamberlain. Grabbed by the Spartans and brought ahead here by Berquist, leaving it here. Chance for Aurora, and a good break up there by Esposito, and Esposito is able to guide it ahead to Dembski, and Dembski in turn on over to Harris. Harris puts on over to the far corner, and they'll battle. Dembski tries to leave it for Harris. Harris getting shut up against the boards, and he'll go tumbling down. Dembski with a nice hit. Harris tries to go over to Tantera. Tantera fires, and a great save made by Neal. Tip there by Tantera. The shot from Esposito just goes wide. Tantera tries to go back door, and it'll be grabbed here by Sowers. Sowers tries to go up the boards, grabbed by Amato, and Amato dumps it on off for Nig. Nig battling against Sowers, grabbed here by Chamberlain. Chamberlain with some space Was able to set it up, try to reach Bergquist, who would have been on a breakaway. But Esposito touches it on up, and there will be icing. 5 minutes have passed here within the second period. It's a 4-1 game. Bradley recently got on the board.
Yeah, Bradley just getting on the board now, playing with a lot more confidence, making the right plays now, making the right reads. So great thus far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Peters against Chamberlain. Off the draw, it's grabbed by Richardson, unable to be kept in by Wavon. And it's Laporte who brings it in one-on-one, and a shot goes sailing out of play, hit off the glass. They've been directed out of play by Barnett, but nonetheless, we have a stoppage and a face-off within Bradley's end. And looks like someone's going to get tossed out, and that's Peters. Blackburn to take the draw now for Bradley. Jonathan directs it to the near corner. Will be grabbed here by Barnett for Bradley. Tries to throw it on up to Peters. Comes on over to Nig. And Nig gets taken check from behind. That is definitely a penalty. And Bradley to the man advantage. Hitting from behind the call.
Yeah, took a shot to the back. That can't feel good. But you might take that to get the penalty, and this could be a huge opportunity for the Braves to get another one and chip away at that 4-1 lead deficit.
Yeah, dangerous hit from behind. Connor Johnson laying that one on Logan Nix. Nonetheless, Bradley with their first man advantage. Doherty to take the draw here for Bradley. Both teams exchange possession, picked up here by Aurora, and Aurora will look to clear. Salinas cutting in on Norton. Salinas gets checked up against the near boards, and it'll be picked up here by Dory. Dory grabs for Bradley. Bradley captain tips it ahead to Dembski, and Dembski's able to send it on in. It'll be grabbed here by Weiss. Weiss loses it to Peters. Peters puts it up top to Dembski. Dembski on over to Dory. Dory fires, and a nice save is made there by Neal. Grabbed by the Spartans, and they're able to clear. Osborne to play the puck here. Tries to run around the boards to Dembski. Dembski will grab, and he'll pick it up at the far corner. 1:10 remaining on the man advantage. And he looks ahead. Dembski sends it over to Esposito. He enters, and they're calling it offside, so we'll get a stoppage.
Yeah, just maybe by a skate length. Just missed him.
Tantera on the draw here, facing off against Garrett Culp. Both teams fighting for it right at the dot. Picked up here by Sowers. Sowers looks to clear. Out of the reach of Wavon. So Palerno and Wavon battle against each other for it, and there's actually going to be a penalty here called against Bradley. And that's exactly what they didn't want. It's a holding call. So we'll get some 4-on-4 action.
Yeah, behind the goal. Wavon, you could tell he held him down. Wasn't able to release him in time and take the penalty. 4-on-4 hockey for 43 seconds.
So 4-on-4 hockey we will go. Bergquist against Collins on this draw. Bradley's able to clear it on down. This will be icing. And that's about the third icing I believe Amato has had thus far within this game. I guess he's trying to lightly place it into Aurora's end, but for the third time it's found its way past the goal line. Amato for Bradley. Brings around to be picked up here by Dory. Dory is able to send it ahead to Collins. However, Bergquist breaks that up. Sent ahead for Sowers. Sowers getting checked by Amato. Sowers grabs, and they'll dump it on off to Bergquist. Bergquist back to Sowers, up top to the point. And Sofer puts it over to McDonald. McDonald on over to Sowers. Sowers fires wrist shot. That one hits off the leg of Amato and goes to the right wing boards. Sowers picks it up. Fires shot looking for a tip, and a good save made by Osborne. Aurora getting a man back. Now the man advantage. McDonald dumps it on off. Chance here, and a beautiful goal by Trevor Hoff. It's 5-0.
Great look by McDonald. Hoff straight from the penalty box, just makes a cut right in front of Osborne, and no one picked him up. Put it home, backhand, put it home.
5-1, my bad. But it's nonetheless a 4-goal deficit. Bradley still facing off against, and I mean that's just what happens when you take penalties when you're on the man advantage. Peters against Petrich. Grabbed by Blackburn for Bradley. Fires a shot on net easily into the chest of Neal, so we'll get ourselves a stoppage. Peters giving shoved to the ice there, and both teams continue to jaw at each other. 12:26 remaining within the second period.
And you mentioned that we keep seeing Bradley send the puck deep in all the icings. I think that was the original game plan, was just to get it out as often as possible. But now that you're at this deficit, I feel like you kind of got to put that one away and just keep going at it.
Centera on the draw against Petrich. And win a wave on grab, starts to throw a shot on that. It gets blocked, and Petrich brings it ahead for the Spartans. Checked up against the boards, brought in here by Hoth. Hoth tries to throw it across to McDonald, but that one didn't connect. And shot off the stick of Salinas, gets blocked. He'll get it back, tries to throw it on over to Hoth, and that one finds its way over to Osborne. We'll get ourselves a stoppage. Face off to be taken here by Petrich, facing off against Peters. Won by Bradley, and around the boards it goes. Kept in here by Richardson, throws a shot on that, and Osborne is able to flash the leather. On the draw, Peters against Petrich. One here by Bradley. Esposito unable to clear. Blackburn is, however. Blackburn brings the head. He's got Nig with him. Blackburn sends it over to Nig. A Nig shot is saved by Neal. And it's kicked out over the corner. Comes out over to Peters. I think they're going to call it a hand pass, it looks like.
Yeah, it was Tyler Richardson. He batted it with his hand away. Can't do that in hockey, so it'll be a face-off.
Peters on the draw. Loses it, and it's brought ahead here by Richardson. Richardson up along the right wing. Looking for reinforcements, gets it in Hoth. Hoth with a nice shot. Sticked away by Osborne. Shot gets tipped in front. Petrich on the redirect. Comes out over the near corner. Grab McDonald up top. Point shot gets blocked by Blackburn. And Blackburn puts it ahead. Grabbed here by Salinas. Salinas across to McDonald. McDonald looks to bring it ahead. Able to get past a couple Braves. Salinas getting checked by Esposito. Is able to dump it deep. Osborne stopping it here for Amato. Amato at the near corner of his own end. Puts it in the center ice. Grabbed here by Collins. And Collins chips ahead. Big hit there. Collins laid on his wall. That's going to be a penalty against Aurora. Collins throws it out in front. Touched up here by DeSimone. And Bradley will get themselves a second power play opportunity.
Yeah, good opportunity here for Bradley to get one on the power play. They had a decent power play earlier until it was cut short. So hopefully they can get back to what they were doing earlier.
So the face-off will come to the near corner of Aurora's end. Bradley unsuccessful on their first power play advantage.
Looks like Chamberlain might get a roughing call for the after-play skirmish.
It looks like coincidental minors maybe dished out, but specifically a minor to the Aurora Spartans. Tantera talking over with Richardson along with the two referees. So this is definitely a big power play opportunity here for Bradley. And, obviously you want to get on the scoreboard, but also just to keep Aurora accountable. That was an avoidable penalty that Aurora just took. And listen, if you can't score on the power play and you're already getting beat, the other team can take some privileges on you.
Yeah, definitely. Got to take the opportunities they give you, no matter what the score is.
Tantera on the draw. Bradley wins it, comes up top to Wavon. Wavon looking at tip there from Tantera, and Tantera was able to get it off. The save was made by Neal. Nig loses it, but he's able to get it back, sends it ahead for Tantera. 2-on-1 here. Tantera fires a shot, nice save, and the rebound comes out over the near corner. Grabbed here by Wavon. Wavon puts a shot on, tip there by Nig. Goes sailing over the net. And then battle for it at the far corner. Tantera grabs. Behind the net, throws a saucer pass it over to Wavon. Wavon to Amato. Amato gets a pass over to Nig. Nig battling for it. Big hit there by Blackburn. He was able to lay Zabrini on his wallet. Comes on over to Wavon. Wavon looks to center and on over to Blackburn. Comes on over to Amato. Amato looks to chip it deep over to Tantera. Tantera behind the net drops down off for Nig. Nig behind the net tries to stuff it on over to Blackburn, and it's able to be cleared out here by the Spartans. And that's too many men right there. And Bradley might get tagged with the penalty here.
Yeah, it was a great look by Tantera for Nig, or for Nig. He had some time behind the goal and just trying to find an option out in front. Unfortunately, no one was in the position to put it home.
So for the second time, Bradley will take a penalty while on the power play. So we'll go back to 4-on-4 hockey. Marty Rosian on the draw. Loses it to Bradley. Esposito tried to set it ahead for Peters here, and he will. Peters trying to make it off the glass and trying to get himself past Salinas. But Salinas takes possession, and he's able to get past Collins. Salinas enters into the slot, avoids a hit. I'm going to be grabbed here by Laporte. Behind the net, lays Amato on his wallet. Richardson looks to dump it deep. Richardson goes back to Salinas. Salinas fires it on net. Laporte picks it up here for the Spartans. Goes on over the near boards. Salinas looks to center it here. Comes on over to Laporte. Laporte holding on the backhand, switching to the forehand. Fires shot blocked by Amato. Puck comes on over to Peters, and Peters is able to clear. Aurora now in the man advantage. Grabbed by Amato. Dropping it off for Esposito. Esposito with some time and space will use both. Sends it up to Collins, and Collins on the backhand is able to clear it on out. Entered by the Spartans. McDonald tries to give and go there. Was softer, but his pass, or his shot, went past the net. Collins grabs and is able to send it out. 30 remain on the man advantage for Aurora. Sent in the Bradley ice, and we'll have ourselves a stoppage as it was outside the reach of Connor Jonathan.
That's 2 times now we've seen Aurora with 4-on-4 hockey just dominate in the Bradley zone. Now with 5-on-4, they've looked really good. Puck movement, some good give and goes, good combination. Great work.
Harris on the draw. He's facing off against Connor Jonathan. 20 seconds remain on the man advantage. Harris tries a fire shot, and a nice save made by Neal. Sowers grabs for Aurora, and he lugs it ahead. Sowers dropping it on off for Connor Jonathan. And he puts it ahead to McDonald. McDonald fires, and a nice save is made by Osborne. Puck finds his way to center ice. Montero looking to apply some pressure here. And there's going to be another penalty called against Bradley. Or my bad, that was offsides, no penalty. McDonald lugs it ahead to his winger. It's brought in here by Soffer. Soffer tries to put it back to McDonald, gets broken up. It's kept in here at the point. And DeSimone throws it around the boards. Wave on battling for it here. Long shot gets grabbed by Osborne, and we'll get a stoppage. That was up the stick of Jonathan. 7:05 remaining here within the second period. Bradley down by a score of 5-1. Aurora has dominated thus far in this game. Palerno for Aurora rings it around the boards, and Culp tries to throw it back the opposite way, but it's picked up here by Peters for Bradley. Peters tries going over to Blackburn. Intercepted by Salinas. And Osborne will leave it for Amato. Amato throws it on up to Nig. Nig tries to leave it here for Blackburn. Cops up. And it'll be picked up here by Palerno. Palerno looking to dance past a couple Braves. Comes out in front. Culp fires. And that one just goes past the net. He was able to beat Osborne, but wasn't able to beat the post, it looked like. Thrown out in front once more. Continuing to battle for it. It goes on over the near corner. Palerno to grab. Puts up top to the point. Bradley player's looking exhausted right now. Amato tries to get it across to Nig. Nig picks up, and he'll throw it in the center ice. Grabbed here by Salinas. Salinas in on Osborne. Amato goes back to Esposito. And Esposito sends a pass, trying to reach Dory. And it will be icing.
Yeah, Bradley again having a tough time exiting their zone. Some tired players out there. Luckily, they were able to eventually get the puck out to center ice where they could come off for a change.
So the face-off will be in the far dot of Bradley's end. 5:46 remaining within the second. Chamberlain on the draw. One here by Aurora. Richardson fire shot looking to tip here for Bergquist, and we're going to get a penalty here. Hooking is the call, and it looks like Bradley will be shorthanded once more.
Yeah, just disappointing that you go finally get off your penalty, get penalty after penalty. Really got to focus up and not commit those silly mistakes.
So on the draw, it'll be Chamberlain against Peters. Aurora with their third power play opportunity on today. They've scored out of one thus far. Richardson goes to the near boards. It's here by Chamberlain, trying to leave it here for Laporte. It's out to the point to DeSimone. DeSimone goes back on over to Chamberlain, and he'll send it to Laporte. Laporte goes back to Chamberlain. Chamberlain trying to toe drag his way past, but he gets shielded to the boards. Top to DeSimone, back on over to Laporte. Laporte fires, and that one gets blocked. Comes on over to Nig, and Nig isn't able to clear. Kept in by Laporte. Chamberlain goes up to DeSimone, and DeSimone goes back to Chamberlain. Bergquist picks it up, and he puts it up top. DeSimone back on over to Bergquist. Bergquist fires a slap shot. That one gets blocked. A second try goes past the net, picked up here by Bradley. Wave on puts it out of play.
Good first unit for Bradley, sticking, holding their ground, not letting Aurora come up with any close opportunities. Let's see if the second ship can hold up.
Face-off coming to the near side. It'll be Harris on the draw. He's facing off against Petrich. 4:44 remaining here within the second period. Off the draw, it's controlled by Aurora. They look to go around the near sideboards. And they successfully will. McDonald looking for a point option. He'll be forced to go down low to Hoth. Hoth tries to go out in front once more for McDonald, and that one gets blocked away. Esposito tries to rein around the far boards, but it's kept in here by Salinas. Salinas tries to throw a shot on net, and that one finds its way on over to the near boards. 40 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Up top to Sowers. Drops on off here for Hoth. Hoth with the shooting lane. Sends it across. Salinas puts it on net, and it goes back on over to Hoth. Hoth really should have pulled the trigger there on that slot opportunity. Esposito able to backhand it to center ice, but not all the way down. Salinas holds. Grabbed by Greg Sowers. He lugs it ahead. At the far dot, tries to cut in and put it on over to Hoth. They battle for it in the crease. Turnaround shot and a save there by Osborne. That was an impressive one. I thought Petrich had him.
Yeah, sprawling on all fours. Wraparound attempt. Great snag by Oz. Not Oz's best game, but coming up with a big one there. And you'd wonder, maybe after one more, you might put Sully in.
That's right, Sule, who played fairly well against ISU, only surrendering one goal on a goal that really wasn't his fault. Ended up hitting off one of his teammates. May get the nod at some point, but here comes Joe Parr-Wavon back the other way. Might be a 3-on-2 here if Bradley can hurry. Wavon fires, and a glove save is made by Neal.
Good transition the other way. Blackburn with a nice shot.
So on the draw, Peters facing off against Jonathan. Grabbed here by Sowers, brings it up the near glass, comes on over to Wavon, and Wavon will dump it deep. Grabbed by Jonathan. I bet that's Salinas, and Salinas brings it ahead into the slot, puts a shot on Osborne, and he makes the glove save. That's the second time he's gone coast to coast and made a simple zone entry.
Yeah, Salinas has the speed, and no one picks him up on defense. They get defense gets too far back, and then he gets an open shooting lane.
Jonathan on the draw. Face off at the near dot. Man, Nig and Peters have had a lot of ice time within the second half of the second period. Behind the net, comes on over to the point. It'll be sent on over to the near corner, grabbed by Wavon, tries to throw it up the glass, and it'll go out of play. It'll be Peters on the draw, facing off against Zabrini. Picked up here by Marnett, rings it around the boards, trying to catch Nig here. He will. I guess they're calling that it hit off an Aurora player and went out of play, so we'll get ourselves another stoppage. A lot of stoppages here within the second period.
Yeah, a lot of whistles, just saves and icings and back and forthness.
On the draw, Norton tries to play it ahead further into neutral territory, but they'll be forced to grab it back, and here comes the Spartans back the other way. Palerno, looking for an option, absorbs a hit, but he still holds on to it, puts it out in front, and a shot right on by Weiss is swallowed up by Osborne.
Yeah, blue jersey's getting a lot of good looks in front, and Bradley isn't able to step to him. They're going to put another one in before the end of the period.
2:32 remaining here. In the second, right on the draw, Weiss tries to get past the Bradley defenseman, but the puck gets played on over to the near corner, up top. DeSimone plays on over to a shot there by Bergquist. Another one, and they're able to score on the second chance. Bergquist picking up the loose change. It's an ugly goal, but a goal's a goal.
Well, it was almost inevitable. The amount of opportunities they had in front of the net. No one able to clear the puck, and it finds its way into the back of the net somehow, giving them a 6-1 lead.
So with 2:18 remaining here within the second, Bradley, who put a thumping on ISU, gets the not-so-favored return on their side. DeSimone in his own end. Plays ahead, but grabbed here by Harris, and Harris across to Tentera. Tentera trying to dangle his way past a couple Spartans, loses it. And coming back the other way is Rode. Rode losing it. Harris tried to put some pressure on DeSimone, and he's able to successfully do it as Bradley picks up within their own end. At the feet of Bergquist, it gets played ahead by Dembski. Tried to reach Tentera. Picked up by DeSimone, and DeSimone plays it on over to Chamberlain. Chamberlain grabs, drops it on off for DeSimone, and DeSimone will look ahead. Bergquist captures, brings it up the right wing. Tries to get past Dembski here, puts it out in front, and a shot off the stick of Laporte goes wide. Richardson tried to play it ahead to Laporte. Goes behind the net, picked up here by Wavon. Wavon to Dembski. Dembski in turn, unable to clear. Shot by Richardson, gets blocked by his own man in Chamberlain. Dempsey picks it up, absorbs a hit, and he'll lay it on to Wavon. And it went all the way through the ceiling, picked up here by Tentera at the near side boards of Aurora's end, and an easy glove save made by Neal, so we'll get a stoppage.
That's not something you see very often. Through the ceiling, no one really expected to get through, and then Tentera found himself with the puck, backhand shot, but it wasn't very strong.
Under a minute remaining here within the second. Peters on the draw here. Petrich against Peters. It's grabbed here by Aurora. McDonald up the gut of the ice. Will vouch for Hoth. Comes on over and a cross-ice opportunity for Petrich. He wasn't able to tuck it home. Petrich. Try to play it up top to the point in Salinas. But they'll have to retreat and retract. Blackburn and Nig putting some pressure on. But Salinas grabs nonetheless and safely guides it across to Richardson. And Richardson in turn finesses it ahead to Hoth. Hoth wasn't able to hold it, so he plays it into Bradley's end of the ice. Back to Aurora's territory, picked up here by McDonald. McDonald trying to get past Nig here. Nig applying some forecheck, comes on over to Peters. Peters trying to leave it here for Blackburn. Blackburn forces it to the near corner. Thrown out in front to Peters. Peters isn't able to put a shot on. So the second period expires, and Bradley finds themselves in an even bigger hole.
Yeah, down 6-1. Unfortunate performance tonight, especially coming off that actually 6 in a row W's. But hopefully it's kind of a wake-up call, and they realize, hey, we got a lot more work to do to beat some of these top-end teams.
That's right. The Bradley Braves down 6-1, and they looked very impressive on Wednesday, but this has just not been the case today. So nonetheless, we will go to the second intermission. We actually might have ourselves a guest joining us for the second intermission. Christopher Romero, a former Bradley Brave hockey goaltender. And we're actually able to bring him on now. And we'll get him one of the headsets here. And here we go. Hockey alum from Bradley University. Class of 73, Mr. Romero?
Romano, by the way.
Romano, my bad.
Class of 73, and I scarcely remember playing, but some of the greatest days of my life. We enjoyed being on the first championship team we ever had was this 71 team, and we won we were 13-3-3, and we won it was not the Central States Hockey League at that time. We were playing outdoors at home games. We didn't have the bubble at Logan yet. So I'll always remember that. And 4 or 5 of the guys I still hang with, they live in the Chicago area, so it was fun.
Certainly. So, I got to hear, what was your fondest memory? Well, actually,
the funniest memory was in a practice one time. The puck in that day, we only wore those Jacques Plante plastic masks, so I had that on. And in a practice, the puck popped into the air on top of my head and laid flat, and one of my teammates just golfed it off my head into the net. And I did not like that too much, but that was a funny one. The greatest, I think, the last game I ever played, we beat St. Louis, the St. Louis Pepsi team, and I got an assist on the winning goal. It was overtime. A guy took a slap shot, came in alone on me, and the puck caromed to one of my defensemen, carried it down and scored, and that was the last game I ever played.
There you go. Picked up a point there with it, yeah.
That was fun. I had so many fun moments. Hockey's the greatest game. It is.
I'd agree with you. I'd agree
the camaraderie you build with your teammates is something unique, and so.
That's right. And
fun.
Bradley playing ISU on Wednesday. They were able to edge them out 7-1. However, there wasn't as much hitting. I'd like to be able to hear some of maybe the extracurriculars you guys partaked in between the whistles.
We used to get away with a lot because there was only one referee. So when he turned his back to head up ice, we could do some mischief down, behind him, and sometimes he'd look back and some guys crumpled on the ice, but he can't call it.
Didn't see anything.
Yeah, and I had an opportunity to do some slashing when guys were standing too close to the crease, and I would be able to time it. So,
hey, you just got to be able to defend yourself.
Yeah.
But also, Mr. Romano, you also had the chance to announce with the Chicago Steel.
Oh, that was fun.
10 years, yes.
That was so much fun, and getting a chance to call games with kids that were draft picks, and some of them would go on to the NHL. So here I am with, talking to Joe Pavelski and Johnny Moore, a number of them. And, so it was fun to see these kids, and you could tell how good some of them were. And some of them you didn't see coming. Pavelski, I didn't realize how good he was because he just would take over a game when he needed to. So it was kind of fun to see them. Thomas Vanek, another one.
And Pavelski was also drafted very low. No one really even saw him in the 7th round.
He was a sleeper. Vanek was, he led the league in scoring, and even one weekend they came, Sioux Falls came to our rink at the Edge, and he didn't score a point in 2 games, and he was the leading scorer in the league by a lot. But he doesn't show up to play. He didn't play defense, and in the NHL, they caught up to him because they sat him a lot because you have to play defense in the NHL. You can't, just kind of cherry pick.
Yeah, certainly. Lollygag it around a little bit, but you've just been such a great contributor.
Thank you. Thanks. I love it.
Bradley Club, and
I want to give back. I do.
Certainly, and we thank you very much for your generosity, and we wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Have a nice one, sir. There we go. So great interview there with Mr. Romano. So we'll actually head to a break here for the second intermission. We'll come back to the third. Bradley Braves down 6-1. John Collin alongside Cooper Kaplan. Stay tuned, folks. And back here at the Owens Center, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for some third period action, John Collin, I'll be calling the third period. The Bradley Braves having a tough time against the Aurora University Spartans, but just about everyone who's played them has. The only team that has given them a run for their money was Marion University. And in a two-game series, Marion fell 2-1 and then 2-0. Every other game has essentially been a blowout. Most of the games they've won by more than 5 goals, and right now it's looking like Aurora is going to do the same thing right now. Off the draw, it's controlled by Sowers. Sowers looks to bring it ahead to Hoth, and Hoth enters, but it's Dembski sending it across to Harris, who's able to put it into Aurora ice. Sowers gets past Harris, and it's attempted pass to McDonald. It gets broken up, and it's Tantera back the other way. Tantera over at the near border is able to send it on over to Dembski. Dembski fires, and that one goes just over the net. Dembski looking to keep, puts it on net, but that one gets blocked by Sowers. Sowers getting tied up. Grabbed here by Petrich, and he drops it on off for Richardson. Petrich leaving it for Richardson, and Richardson lugs it ahead. Battling against Norton. Norton able to break it on up. Petrich once more trying to dig his way past. Big hit there by Amato. And it's going to be a penalty against Bradley. We'll see what the call is. Charging. I'll be honest. Didn't really see much of a charge there. It was a big hit nonetheless. And Amato's not happy with that one. So on the draw, it'll be at the far boards. Jonathan facing off against Collins here. Won by Aurora. Held at the point by DeSimone, and he'll dump it on off. There was a winger and a shot there, and a save by Osborne. It was Soffer on that try. Grabbed by DeSimone. And he lugs it on ahead, leaving it for Salinas. Salinas enters easily, and he'll set up the offense. To Jonathan. Jonathan back up top to Salinas. Salinas does one over to Soffer. Drops it off for DeSimone, and DeSimone goes back to Soffer. Soffer plays it ahead, gets it back at the top of the slot, tries to put it across there for Salinas, but his shot wouldn't go. Salinas, between the dots, puts it on over to Jonathan, and up top for DeSimone. He fires, and a save is made by Osborne. Osborne's been having a tough night. However, he's had a lot of puck to see. 33 shots on net. And unfortunately for Bradley, 6 have gone behind him. Sowers plays it across to Richardson. Back up top to Sowers. Sowers to Richardson. Fires, and that one goes well wide. Picked up here by Laporte. To Sowers. Back on over to Richardson. Richardson plays it to Bergquist. And Bergquist at the near dot puts it on over to Sowers. Sowers back on over to Bergquist. Bergquist holding, trying to go back door, fires, and that one rings around the boards, and it will clear on out. Nig for Bradley. First time in a while that a Bradley player has touched the puck, with the exception of Osborne making a save. And Richardson looks ahead. Richardson up the far boards against Wavon. Richardson gets taken down. Picked up here by Wavon. Wavon trying to clear it on out, kept in by Sowers. And Bradley gets their man back. Bergquist nearly losing it to Tantera. And Bergquist will grab once more, trying to get past Wavon. Shielded away nicely. That's picked up here, and a stuff attempt there off the stick of Palerno. Goes on over to the near boards, picked up here by Bradley. Tantera trying to power his way past Bergquist. He will. However, second effort there by Bergquist shielded Tantera away, and it's grabbed here by Sowers. Sowers able to get past Dembski. And in turn is brought ahead by Laporte. Laporte on over to Bergquist. Bergquist fires. Nice save, and the rebound goes just over the net off the stick of Sowers. Esposito battling against Palerno. Palerno gets himself some distance from Esposito. And he plays on over to Laporte. Puck finds its way to center ice, and Bradley will execute a change. Esposito unable to hold on to it, and a chance there goes sailing past the near post by Anthony Rode. Amato for Bradley. Brings it around the boards, try to catch Amato here. He's able to clear it on out. It will not be icing. Left by Neal for Sabrini. Broken up here by Barnett, and he chips it deep. Neal to play it. Collins trying to pin it up against the boards. Comes on over to Barnett. Barnett loses it, and it's grabbed ahead by Culp. Sent back into Aurora ice. Picked up here by Anthony Rode. Rode looking for a passing option. He'll find it in Culp, and Culp in turn leaves it for Weiss. Weiss ahead here for Sabrini. We got ourselves a stoppage as he was offsides. 15:09 remaining here within the second period. Bradley University down 6-1 against Aurora. Off the draw, it's grabbed here by DeSimone. DeSimone trying to get himself some distance from Blackburn, rings it up the far boards, finds its way into the Bradley bench, and we get a stoppage. The face-off will come just outside of Bradley's end at the far dot in neutral territory. Peters on the draw against Petrich. Off the draw, it's picked up here by Salinas, and Salinas enters, cuts into the slot between the dots, fires, and then clangs one off the pipe. Nig grabs, loses it to McDonald, and McDonald drops on off for Petrich, and his shot off the one-timer goes sailing over the crossbar. Looks like a hand pass being called here against Bradley. And actually, he's going to the box here. Nonetheless, Bradley on the penalty kill now. Second time here within the third period. Petrich on the draw, facing off against Cole Harris. And it's grabbed by DeSimone. He looks to ring it deep. Petrich checked. Comes on over to Harris, and Harris is able to break free. Might be a 2-on-1 here if Dembski can hurry. Harris fires, and a save is made there by Neal. Charging the call on Blackburn. Tintera on this one. Unable to grab it, comes on over to DeSimone. DeSimone trying to get his way past Tintera. And wheeling it back. DeSimone looks for some options. Sends it across to McDonald. McDonald goes back to Richardson. Richardson in turn looks to Salinas, and Salinas enters up along the right wing. Salinas trying to get his way past Esposito. Gets it back after a touch pass from Hoth. Salinas fires a wrist shot. That one gets blocked and goes into the ceiling and out of play. 13:43 remaining within the third period. And it's been a humbling experience thus far for the Bradley Braves in today's matchup. Mitch Collins on the draw. He's facing off against Jonathan. A face-off matchup we've seen multiple times, and Jonathan wins this one. Sowers goes back door, and a shot there is saved by Osborne. Sowers grabs. Looks across to Richardson. Richardson fires a wrist shot. Save made by Osborne through a screen. Aurora puts it up top to the point. Richardson. Make the shot, and he sends it across to Jonathan. He fires, and a save is made by Osborne. However, Bradley isn't able to clear. Sowers. Up top to Richardson. Goes back on over to Sowers. Sowers lets a shot go. That one's saved, and the rebound is picked up by Dory, and he's able to clear it on out. Aurora trying to catch Bradley in a train change here. Realize they won't execute it, so they'll try to enter it at the near boards, but decided it wasn't happening, so Sowers grabs and looks to enter along the left wing. He will. Sends it deep. Bradley to get their man back now. Zofer plays on over to Sowers, and Sowers looks for a backdoor option, won't get it, so he rings it behind the net. Blackburn picks it up here for Bradley, isn't able to send a pass ahead for Nig, and Nig was breaking for a one-on-one. Picked up here by Peters. And Peters gets taken down hard. Bradley is going to get themselves a man advantage with 12-12 remaining within the third. Nig able to draw the penalty, but heading to the box is Marty Rosen. Tintera, Nig, and Blackburn, the forwards for Bradley on this man advantage. Amato and Wavon, the defensive triggermen. Off the draw, picked up by Nig. Nig tries to maneuver himself lower into the slot, but isn't able to put a shot on. Played up top to Amato. Back to Nig. Nig puts a shot on, looking for a tip there by Blackburn. Didn't get it. Comes back into the slot, but is intercepted here by Aurora, and they're able to clear it on out. Amato tries to play it on over to Wavon. He successfully will. Played back on over to Amato. And Amato quarterbacks the zone entry. Pass unable to be received by Tintera, so Amato will go back and look to restart the attack. Amato fashions it on over to Tintera, and Tintera goes cross ice to Nig, and Nig looks to enter with Blackburn. Tintera grabs it at the near boards, tries to throw it in front for Blackburn for a tip, but he didn't get it. Amato tries to play it back to Tintera. Comes into the slot, no one in the neighborhood for Bradley, but in the neighborhood for Aurora, and they are able to clear. Amato leaves it for Esposito. And Esposito will look for a passing option. Sent on over to Dory. Dory enters along the left wing. Dory tried to play it on over to Norton. Norton fires, and a save is made. Another is made there by Neal. Or clears it on down, and 30 seconds remain on Bradley's man advantage. Esposito tried to reach Peters, but he couldn't capture it, so it's sent down to the distance of the ice by the Spartans. At the near boards, it's picked up here by Norton. Norton trying to put some pressure on Salinas. And it comes up top to the point for Esposito. Esposito looks to go D to D. Isn't able to get it on over to Dembski, and Dembski might lose a foot race here. Sowers cuts on it all alone, fires, and a nice save is made by Osborne. Able to shut the door, 5-hole. And a penalty coming up here against Bradley. Backdoor option here. Up top, Johansson fires, and that one goes past the net. He'll grab it, and he'll try to go cross ice, picked up here by Salinas. And Salinas at the near dot. Tries to go on over to Johansson. That one gets blocked. Picked up once more by Salinas. Salinas throws it on net. And it's touch up finally by Peters. So to the man advantage, now Aurora will go. Third time here within the third period. They'll get themselves a power play. They haven't converted on. Neither team has scored yet here within the third. But it appears as though currently the book has already been written on this game. It's a 6-1 advantage for Aurora And they've been known to run up the score clock just with their sheer offensive firepower that they've had thus far. Most goals that they've scored was against Northern Michigan University. They beat them 13-2. So not as bad as we're seeing right now, but they certainly like to put the beat down on. So we're actually seeing two Bradley players in the box right now, so a 5-on-3 opportunity here for Aurora. One of the Bradley players actually breaking their stick, so. Nonetheless, here comes the draw. Tintera, the lone forward for Bradley Barnett, and Wavon, the two defensemen. Off the draw, it's grabbed by Richardson. And Richardson directs on over to his forward, and Sofer. Sofer with a shot. That one goes around the boards, and it's picked up here by DeSimone. DeSimone at the near boards. Drops on off for Palerno. Bergquist to DeSimone. DeSimone tries to go back door. Richardson back to Bergquist. And that shot actually hits off their own player, but Laporte is able to keep it in. Palerno drops it off for Richardson. Richardson to DeSimone. Back to Richardson. Slap shot fired. Hits off the post. That one hit off from DeSimone. And it's grabbed here by Laporte. Back out over to DeSimone. He lets it go, and that redirect goes over the net. Up top to Richardson. Richardson back to DeSimone. DeSimone tried to send it across to Laporte. Grabbed here by Wavon. Wavon trying to clear, but he's checked off the puck. Bergquist on over to Richardson. Richardson tries to go back door, and a great save is made by Osborne. Able to kill off a minute 12 there on that man advantage. Impressive effort there by Bradley. And they're actually not going to change up the penalty killers for Bradley, which is surprising. They've already been out there for a minute 10, but they're going to keep them out there. Sowers tries to go cross ice here. Picked up here by Hoth. Hoth receives it, plays it down low to Salinas. Salinas tries to go cross ice, tried to reach Hoth, but it didn't catch him. McDonald trying to shield away Tintera, and Barnett comes on over to Barnett. Barnett trying to at least waste some time here. Grabbed here by Petrich. Petrich at the far dot, maneuvers between the circles, fires, and that one's blocked away, and Bradley will finally execute a change here. Brought in here by Sowers. Sowers plays it up top to Salinas. Salinas behind the net. Tried to throw it out in front, hits off a stick. 7:20 remaining here within the third period. Bradley down 6-1. Hoth tries to play it to McDonald. He will. Comes up top to Sowers. Sowers plays it to Petrich. Petrich trying to get past Peters here, and he'll leave it for Hoth. Trevor Hoth absorbs a big hit there by Amato. And they try to play it out in front. Comes on over to Osborne. He's able to make the save, so we'll get another stoppage. Osborne with a very impressive effort thus far today, at least here within the third period. Had some trouble within the first and the second, but in the third he's been able to lock down the scoring opportunities of Aurora and address them as saves. Esposito up along the near boards tries to catch Harris to clear. Harris will clear it on out, and Collins has the puck go just out of his reach. Salinas up along the left wing, able to throw it deep. And first to the puck is Garrett Culp. Culp tries to throw it to Zabrini, but it doesn't catch him. Grabbed here by Dembski, picked up here by Aurora. Dropped on off for Culp, and That's a pretty goal. My bad, Zabrini, after receiving the pass from Sam Weiss. Sam Weiss with a pretty behind-the-back pass. And it's 7-1. Aurora up by a touchdown. It's 7-1. The same score that we saw on Wednesday when Bradley faced off against ISU. By that time, Bradley was on the better end of the scoreboard. Peters on the draw, facing off against Zabrini. Zabrini wins, and he lugs it ahead. Zabrini tries to play it back to one of his wingers, but it's picked up here by Richardson, who dumps it into Bradley Ice. Amato tries to send it ahead to Esposito, and Esposito in turn looks back to Amato. Amato plays it to neutral ice. Grabbed here by Richardson, and Richardson sends it ahead for Weiss. Weiss enters along the right wing, tries to power his way behind the net. He will, tries to throw it out in front. Comes out up top to Rode. Rode fires, and that one goes past the far post. Picked up here by Zabrini. Going behind the net. To be grabbed here by Peters. He throws it up and into the netting and out of play. .5:43 here within the third period. To play on the faceoff is Dory. Dory, the captain of the Bradley Braves, is usually a defenseman, but today he's played forward. Shot goes off of his leg, and Barnett to play it here. Loses it. It's kept in at the point. Barnett tries to play it up to Collins. Collins is able to send it free. However, Norton, who's trying to break on a one-on-one, couldn't capture it, but Collins is. Played it back on over to Norton. Norton fires a backhand shot, and a nice save by Neal on a rising shot. Probably would have gone over the net, but still was able to flash the leather on it. Dory on the draw here. Able to win it up top for Wavon. Wavon tries to play it on over to Norton. Norton fires, and that shot is redirected by Dory, and it'll go out of play. Face-off to the spot it was previously. However, the lines will be different. Tentera on this draw for Bradley. Off the draw, it's won by Bradley. Wave-on fans on the shot. It'll be grabbed here by Richardson. And it'll be brought ahead. Intercepted by Barnett, only momentarily. Richardson grabs for Aurora, and he sends it across to Rode. Brought in here and sent across ice, and a shot goes through the blue paint off of Marty Rosian's stick. And it's put back to center ice by Bradley. Barnett spinning to the ice. He's got to play the puck quickly here. Tries to get on over to Harris. Comes up top. And a shot by Joensen. My bad. Jonathan is saved by Osborne. .434 within the third period. Face off at the near dot of Bradley's end. Peters on the draw, loses it, but it's picked up by Nig afterwards. Sent into the slot, and a shot on the backhand off the stick of Palerno ends up going wide. Picked up by Blackburn. Blackburn in neutral ice. No icing is called here. Simone behind his own net trying to get past Nig. Esposito looking to keep here. Esposito tried to play it on over to Nig. He sends it over to Blackburn. Blackburn tries to send a saucer pass on over to Nig. Unable to catch him. Nig checked, but he's able to play it on over to Blackburn, and Nig grabs it once more. Nig looks for options, isn't able to set it across to Amato. Amato to play it here against Bergquist. He's charging in on him, comes on over to Palerno, and shot hits off the side of the net. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty here. Looks like Bradley's to be the culprit. My bad, it's actually Bergquist. So Bradley will actually get a man advantage here. 2 minutes go up. Bergquist, 2-minute hooking call. Peters take the draw here. Won by Bradley. Esposito plays it to Dembski. And Dembski, looking for a shooting lane, planes it on over to Norton. Norton isn't able to hold, and Aurora grabs. Culp enters. Try to get his way past a couple brave defensemen. The pass finds its way on over to Dory, and he plays it ahead to Peters outside of his reach. Grabbed here by Salinas, and Salinas looks to clear. Sent out, Dembski to grab here for Bradley. Dembski waits for the lines to get changed up. Leaves it for Amato, and Dembski will go for a change. Amato brings it ahead. Amato with space, rings it around the boards, on over to the near corner. Picked up by Blackburn. He plays it up top to Amato. Amato lets a shot fly, and a nice save through a screen. The puck goes behind the net. Amato able to clear, banks it off the glass, tries to play it to Tantera. Tantera is able to leave it for Nig. Nig behind the net. Tries to throw it out in front to reach Blackburn, didn't catch him. Picked up here by Weiss, and he brings it along the left wing. Weiss fires a shot on Osborne. Osborne able to grab it with the glove, so we get a stoppage. .2:14 remaining here within the third. Face-off coming to the far dot. Draw, it comes on over to Amato. And Amato in turn tries to play it on over to Wavon. It gets blocked off, and it's picked up here by Zabrini. Zabrini just taking off some time right now. We've hit the 2-minute warning here within this game. And it's grabbed by Palerno. Grabbed by Nig. Nig along the right wing, drops on off for Blackburn. Blackburn tries to play it on over to Wavon. Wavon will dump it deep, trying to catch Nig here. Nig grabs, tries to play it up top to Blackburn, comes on over to Wavon. But it's intercepted here by Hoth, who's out of the box. Palerno tries to go back to Hoth, broken up, and Blackburn will grab for Bradley. Blackburn through the slot, broken up. Nice defensive play there by DeSimone. Brought in into the slot, and an attempted spin-around shot there by Hoth gets answered by Osborne with the pad. Palerno behind the net, tries to play to Petrich. A board battle ensues. Dory trying to win it here for Bradley. He is, and he's able to send it on over to Esposito after ringing around the boards. Richardson grabs. He's able to defer it on over to Sowers, and Sowers loses it to Cole Harris. Cole Harris looks to enter here. Thrown up against the boards, then it's grabbed here by Petrich. And Petrich is able to play it on over to Culp. Culp in turn plays on over to Hoth, and Hoth enters. Might be a breakaway here. Hoth fires, and he scores. Back bar. Short side on Osborne. That was a pretty one. So they expand the score 8-1. Just a little icing on the cake right there. So Bradley, shell-shocked by the effort of Aurora University. It's looked darn good thus far in today's game. Zabrini off the draw, loses it to Dembski. Zabrini's able to get it back, however. And center ice avoids a hit by Norton. Zabrini enters, tries to play it, but it's broken up by Dembski. Dembski brings it ahead. 15 remain in the game, and he dumps it deep. He's going to get there first. Hit him against the boards. Continues to battle for it. But it's picked up here by Aurora. Zabrini brings it up the right wing boards. Tries to drop it off for Culp. Culp forces it down deep, and with that, the hockey game expires an 8-1 win by Aurora University. They jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead. Ended up making it 4-0 before Bradley answered, and then followed up by scoring another set of unanswered goals. So Bradley falls in game 1. Game 2 is tomorrow at 12:30. Bradley falling to Aurora University, who advances to 9-0. Cooper Kaplan to call the game tomorrow. So I will bid you adieu from the Owen Center. I've been John Collin. You have yourself a good evening, folks.